Nationalistic surge across India as our army pushes back the Chinese in Tawang.
Closely monitoring the situation, we encourage India and China to utilize existing bilateral channels to discuss disputed boundaries.
The US makes its stand clear on the Tawang face-offs as China's aggression is a big concern. Tawang face-off set to be the #1 issue in Parliament after the heated debate on Tuesday. The first and the only news network to reach and report from Tawang, Republic crews are on the ground. It's Congress versus Congress in Karnataka over one family, one ticket as Siddaramaiah rebels. And the DMK is slammed for Dynasty as Stalin's son takes oath as the Tamil Nadu minister. Now, even as the Punjab police continues to investigate the attack in Taran, we are now beginning to learn that at least 4 people have been arrested and 2 more have been detained in the case so far. Now, Taran RPG attack probe, of course, is now widening. We are given to understand that 4 arrests have been made in this particular case. Do remember that the NIA has also been looking at this case, and we were earlier getting inputs that there has been a high alert across Punjab after this attack in the border district of Taran. I'm going to try and go across to Amandeep just now for more details. Amandeep, good morning. Give us more details in terms of the investigations so far.
Well, Nupur, the police is claiming to solve the entire case, and in fact, they are revealing that 4 persons have been arrested formally, and in fact, further 2 attackers have also been detained by the police, and the entire conspiracy was undisclosed. And by 3 p.m., Punjab Police DGP Gaurav Yadav is going to address the media and reveal the entire part of investigation, that how much case has been solved. But so far, the part of investigation that we have learned from our sources is that 4 persons have been arrested formally, and the 2 attackers who fired the RPG at the police station have been detained. And in fact, a few of them, the persons who were arrested, few of them are below the age of 20 years. And in fact, this entire conspiracy hatched in Pakistan, in Canada. There are certain pro-Khalistani activists who are actually planned this entire attack on the ground of Punjab. And in fact, the bike has also been recovered just because that bike was used to fire the RPG. The attackers are already in the custody of police, and they are trying to break down the chain of the entire network of these elements who are actually involved in this RPG attack. And already the launcher is in the custody of police, and bike is in the custody of police. 4 persons have been arrested who provide the bike and the logistic support to the attackers. 2 attackers are also, in fact, the suspected attackers are also in the custody, and further the investigation is on to know more about this entire conspiracy and the involvement of the people. But so far, 4 persons have been arrested, bike recovered, and 2 attackers are detained, and few of them are below the age of 20 years. That is the crucial point. They are working for the money or for the drugs. They have no agenda for the anti-national activity in Punjab. So basically, they are being hired, they are being paid, they are being given the drugs, or for the sake of money, they all are doing this. And basically, Nupur, they all are the locals. They are basically nearby the areas of the Taran.
All right.
That is the reason they know the geographical area to escape from the spot after firing RPG.
All right, Amandeep, bringing us all those details. Thank you very much for joining us. As Amandeep is pointing out, the Punjab police extremely confident that they've been able to crack this entire case. 4 arrests have been made so far.
I would want my camera person to pan and show you around the visuals. If you can see there have been 16 gates that are there, and 16 gates that have been there, and congestion is still there. However, comparatively, when we compare it to past 3 to 4 days, it's comparatively lighter at the peak hours, which is from 5 a.m. in the morning to 9 a.m. in the morning. But there you are. There you have people who are still waiting. Congestion is still there. There's heavy clogging at the Delhi International Airport. We are right now at the T3 airport. I have some people with me. I was having a word with me who were telling me how they have followed the advisory of coming almost almost 3 to 4 hours early, their departure time. I will also take you across to what measures have been taken to ensure that this clogging does not take place. But first, let's talk and let's get a ground report of what the people, what difficulties are the people facing right now. Sir, आप बताइए आप लोग कहाँ से आए हैं?
जी मैं तो रोहतक से आया हूँ. आज सुबह निकला था वहाँ से 5 बजे और यहाँ पे उन्होंने बोला था कि 3.5 घंटे पहले आना है, तो मैं 8:45 बजे के करीब यहाँ पहुँच गया था.
आपका जो फ्लाइट है वो कितने बजे की अभी?
5 की है, गोवा जाना है हमें.
तो ये जो कंजेशन हमारा एयरपोर्ट पे दिख रहा है, उसके बाद आपकी ये पहली फ्लाइट है कि इससे पहले आप फ्लाइट ले चुके?
पहले बहुत बार ले चुका हूँ फ्लाइट. बहुत.
क्या आपको सिमिलर डिफिकल्टीज हुई थी?
नो कोई दिक्कत नहीं हुई कभी भी. ये पहली बार बोला कि 3.5 घंटे पहले आना है, नहीं तो हम मोस्टली 2 घंटे या 1.5 घंटे पहले भी आए तो ले लिया फ्लाइट हमने.
सर आप बताइए, आप लोग जो हैं, आप लोग आई थिंक यू आर अ ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल हु हैव कम, आप कहाँ जा रहे हैं?
हम गोवा जा रहे हैं मैम.
और क्या डिफिकल्टीज हैं जो आपको अंदर, क्या आप माइंड में सोच के चले थे जब आप घर से निकले थे आज?
हम तो खुशी ही किया, हम तो कल ही आ गए थे, रात को नए स्टे किया अपना दिल्ली के अंदर कि टाइमली हम पहुंच सके यहाँ पे. तो हमें पहले बोला गया था कि 3 घंटे पहले आना है यहाँ पे, तो हम ऑलरेडी पहले 3 घंटे आ चुके हैं.
We are now cutting across to a news report that we are getting from Karnataka's Shivamoga, where children studying in a government school in Elige and Sagar Taluka were forced to use an open toilet. Now, a sari was used to cover this entire temporary toilet, photographs of which have now gone viral on social media. Elige is a hamlet under the Bayakodu Tumari Gram Panchayat. It has a lack of basic amenities. It's about 140 kilometers from the district of Shivamoga, the district headquarters rather of Shivamoga, and about 60 kilometers from Sagar. A primary school in the village has around 13 students, out of which 7 are girls. A toilet on the premises has been closed for many years after it was broken. A sari has now been used to cover an unusable toilet. According to villagers, the kids use an open toilet for defecation, which is covered from a sari, with a sari from all 4 sides. The school also appears to be in quite a bad condition. So pictures on your screen are of how these children who are in primary school are forced to use an open toilet. Now, this of course is a report that we are getting from Shivamoga district of Karnataka. Elige is a hamlet that falls under the Bayakodu Tumari Gram Panchayat. It does lack basic amenities, but these pictures, of course, in a sense, bring home the misery that all these students have to go through in this small village in Karnataka, where there is no toilet that can be used by these children. Do remember that this is a primary school, and look at the condition of the toilets over there. It obviously raises many questions about why district authorities have not thought that it was important for them to come and fix this toilet. Now, we're given to understand that this particular toilet, of course, broke down a few years ago, and thereafter there has been no move by the government to fix this toilet. So growing anger in terms of lack of basic amenities in these small villages, in schools particularly, where children come to study. Now there are 13 children who study in this primary school. 7 of them are girls. So this video of course has now gone viral on social media, and that is why questions are being raised. And Republic TV, of course, is continuing to bring you reports from Tawang, where a clash was reported between the Indian troops and the Chinese PLA. Here's a ground report that was filed by Republic TV's Kishale a while ago.
I'm reporting from exactly the area very close to the border. Behind me, you can see the mountain ranges and a Buddhist monastery. The border where the clashes happened is right behind that area. We are very close to the location where the whole clash happened, and the Chinese army again tried and attempted to enter the line of actual control. We were speaking to the locals as well, and we were trying to understand their emotions as well. Here is with me is one of the locals. दादा थोड़ा आ जाइए. यहाँ पे बार बार चाइनीज आर्मी जो कोशिश करता है बॉर्डर से आने की, तो आप क्या कहेंगे? इंडियन आर्मी तो हमेशा भगा देता है. व्हाट विल यू से अबाउट?
डेफिनेटली एक सुनिए, ये 62 का भारत नहीं है, 22 का भारत है, ठीक है. तो इसके लिए हम लोग का इंडियन आर्मी बहुत स्ट्रांगली है ना, वो बार बार नाकाम हो जाता है ना चाइना वाला. तो अभी देखिए इंडियन आर्मी इतना स्ट्रांगली एक्शन ले रहा है, उस वो लोग को पूरा घायल हो गया ना. तो इंडियन आर्मी से हम लोग को बहुत प्राउड है, बहुत हैप्पी है. हम लोग जो इंडिया वाली है इंडियन आर्मी से बहुत हैप्पी है. तो इसलिए इंडियन आर्मी के एक बार सैल्यूट करता हूँ, और बार बार वो लोग का नाकाम कर देते हैं, वो हम लोग को अच्छा लगता है. सर
क्या बताऊंगा, मैंने इंडियन आर्मी के लिए हम लोग बहुत प्राउड फील है. हम लोग इंडिया में सुरक्षित हूँ इंडियन आर्मी के लिए, और चाइना तो कभी भी ऐसा उन लोग का मकसद पूरा नहीं होगा.
आई एम फीलिंग वेरी प्राउड ऑफ देम कि इंडियन आर्मी लोग ने इन्हें रुकाने के लिए कोशिश कर रहा है, और आई होप कि आगे भी ऐसे ही रुकाते रहेंगे और हमारे तवांग के लोगों को कुछ होने नहीं देंगे. मतलब हमारे कंट्री के अंदर उन लोग को, चाइनीज लोग को घुसने नहीं देंगे.
So that's where the local emotions goes. They are the local people staying very close to the border and completely supporting Indian army and their attempts, and how the Chinese army again and again attempts to enter the border but fails, and Indian army again and again pushes them back. Behind me, I will also request my video journalist to show. This is just a few kilometers away from the border. We can see the Indian flag flying high, and we feel proud standing here in Tawang, just very close to the border in Arunachal Pradesh. There has been multiple attempts from the Chinese government in order to try and come inside these areas. They have also published several maps showing how Arunachal Pradesh is a part of China, but these unholy attempts have been again and again stopped by the Indian army, by the Indian government.
समय हमारी टीम लेह के ऊपर की तरफ जा रही है, और मैं आपको कुछ तस्वीरें सबसे पहले दिखाऊंगा, क्योंकि जैसा किसले बता रहे थे कि एलएसी पर कैसी झड़प हुई है, तो आपको याद होगा डोकलाम यहां से कुछ किलोमीटर की दूरी पर है, रेजांगला कुछ किलोमीटर की दूरी पर है, और हमारी टीम उसी रास्ते में मौजूद है. आपको यह भी बता दे शिवांगी कि यहां की जो तस्वीर हम देख पा रहे हैं वो ये बताती है कि भारतीय सेना के जवानों ने यहां पर भी मुस्तैदी बढ़ा दी है. सुबह से ही, कल भी हमने तस्वीरें दिखाई थी, और आज भी कुछ ऐसे रास्ते में हमें दिखाई दिए हैं इंडियन आर्मी के कॉन्वॉय जो जाते हुए नजर आते हैं. ऐसा समझा जा सकता है कि इंडियन आर्मी यहां पर भी, क्योंकि चीन जो है वो अलग अलग तरह से अपनी गतिविधियों को अंजाम देता है, और जो उसकी एक्सपेंशन की नीति है यानी विस्तारवाद की नीति है, उस पर वो हमेशा काम करता रहा है. तो एक तरफ तवांग है, तवांग में कैसे भारतीय सेना ने उसे पीछे भगाया है, डोकलाम को वो भूला नहीं है, डोकलाम में भी ऐसी ही कार्रवाई की गई थी, और अब जैसा तवांग में हुआ है वैसा कहीं और ना हो जाए, इसके लिए भारतीय सेना पहले से ही तैयार है. तवांग में भी पहले से ही तैयारी थी, और इसलिए तवांग में भारतीय सेना के जवानों ने चीन को खदेड़ दिया है. किसले ने वहां कुछ लोगों से भी बात की थी शिवांगी, जो हमने सुना, और वो भी ये बात कहते हैं कि हमें भारतीय सेना पर गर्व है, और भारतीय सेना पर गर्व इसलिए करना चाहिए क्योंकि यहां का टेम्परेचर बहुत कम है, बहुत दिक्कत होती है. ऊपर अगर आप हाई ऑल्टीट्यूड पर जाते हैं ऑक्सीजन की कमी होती है, उसके बावजूद भारतीय सेना के जवान ऊपर मौजूद हैं. हम कोशिश करेंगे वहां तक पहुंचने की, लगातार हमारी टीम मूव कर रही है, और वहां की तस्वीर भी आपको दिखाएंगे कि वहां पर चीन की आर्मी को कैसे भारतीय सेना ने पीछे धकेला है.
You are with Republic TV, and still to come, it is Congress versus Congress in Karnataka over the party policy of one family, one ticket. And the DMK is slammed for Dynasty as Stalin's son takes oath as a minister in Tamil Nadu.
हॉलिडे प्लानिंग मतलब किसी मूवी जितना ड्रामा, तभी तो आई बुक ऑन अगोड़ा. 16 करोड़ ऐप डाउनलोड्स, 29 लाख होटल्स और होम स्टेज, कमाल के प्राइसेस. अगोड़ा ट्राई करो.
I am nearby Khardungla. It is the last checkpost of Indian Army, and it is just about 1 kilometer far away from here.
ये रास्ता मेरे पीछे जो लीड करता है सीधा तावांग जाता है, और कि चाइना की तरफ से ऐसा इंकर्शन बार बार ऐसा होगा तो क्या स्टेप लिया जाएगा इसके हिसाब से.
मैं जम्मू में मौजूद हूँ, और चाइना ने जिस तरीके से हरकत की है, कहीं ना कहीं पूरा देश नाराज है, पूरा देश गुस्से में है. अब मेरे पीछे देख सकते हैं, यहाँ पे डोगरा फ्रंट के द्वारा यहाँ पे प्रोटेस्ट किया जा रहा है.
Republic is on its way to Tawang on the exact spot where the whole incident, where the Chinese incursion happened, where the Chinese army.
जमीन पर और आसमान में भारत की अचूक नजर है। चाहे चीन कितनी ही चालबाजियां कर ले, लेकिन यही वो जज्बा है जो कम होना नहीं है और ना होगा।
West Bengal, Lalan Sheikh was arrested on the 4th of December, and this comes after the suicide of Lalan Sheikh in CBI custody, that the CBI team was attacked. A CBI convoy was stopped in West Bengal, and more details coming in of how it was attacked. I correct myself there, it was attacked. Pictures on Republic Bharat coming in, and the CBI team was not able to move. The villagers attempted to stop the CBI team in Birbhum, and these are the first details that are just coming in of how the CBI team was attacked.
Indian and Chinese troops clash along the line of actual control on the 9th of December.
Congress Neta Raja Pateria has been arrested for his remark against the Prime Minister.
NSA Ajit Doval, CTS Anil Chauhan and Army Chief Manoj Pandey all are inside the residence of Rajnath Singh, and a high-level meeting has started about this issue of India-China.
I'm nearby Khardungla. It is the last checkpost of Indian Army, and it is just about 1 kilometer far away from here.
ये रास्ता मेरे पीछे जो लीड करता है सीधा तावांग जाता है, और कि चाइना की तरफ से ऐसा इंकर्शन बार-बार ऐसा होगा तो क्या स्टेप लिया जाएगा इसके हिसाब से।
अभी मैं जम्मू में मौजूद हूँ और चाइना ने जिस तरीके से हरकत की है, कहीं ना कहीं पूरा देश नाराज है, पूरा देश गुस्से में है। अब मेरे पीछे देख सकते हैं यहाँ पे डोगरा फ्रंट के द्वारा यहाँ पे प्रोटेस्ट किया जा रहा है।
Republic is on its way to Tawang on the exact spot where the whole incident, where the Chinese incursion happened, where the Chinese army.
जमीन पर और आसमान में भारत की अचूक नजर है। चाहे चीन कितनी ही चालबाजियां कर ले, लेकिन यही वो जज्बा है जो कम होना नहीं है और ना होगा।
West Bengal, Lalan Sheikh was arrested on the 4th of December, and this comes after the suicide of Lalan Sheikh in CBI custody, that the CBI team was attacked. A CBI convoy.
Now, the West Bengal CID has been ordered to probe into the death of the Boktoi violence accused Lalan Sheikh in the CBI's custody in Birbhum district. Sheikh, a prime accused in Boktoi violence, was found hanging on Monday in the washroom of the Central Agency's camp office, set up as a guest house, with the CBI officials claiming that he died by suicide. Now, Sheikh's wife, Reshma Bibi, on Tuesday filed a complaint at Rampur Hat police station alleging that the CBI officials had threatened to kill her husband during their visit to Boktoi village as part of the investigation process. Now, the Central Agency, however, rejected the allegations as baseless. Joining me right now on the phone line is Mayuk. Mayuk, good morning. Mayuk, we are given to understand that the wife of Sheikh has filed an FIR and the CID will now be probing this. Give us more details, please.
Lalan Sheikh death mystery. The CBI is really in a place where everyone is pointing fingers to CBI. And on one hand, when CBI is defending themselves, we have seen how CBI officers have been here out in the area. On the other hand, CID is going to take up this case, and CID is going to probe the specific Lalan Sheikh murder mystery. On the other hand, the FIR filed by the wife of Lalan Sheikh has a name of one specific officer, Sushanto Bhattacharya, who is not even connected with this entire investigation. He was the investigating officer of the cattle smuggling case. So his name has been tagged along with other officers' names. So right now what we are getting information is that CBI is going to approach Calcutta High Court, and this matter is going to be taken up in Calcutta, and the hearing is likely to happen soon regarding why the name of one officer who is not even connected with this entire thing has been connected, has been tagged, and CID is also probing that thing. So in a matter, it's again a CBI versus CID case that is happening in Bengal, and here also CID officers have started their investigation at a time when the CBI officers are parallelly investigating many of the cases in Birbhum, including the primary case of Bhabu Sheikh murder mystery.
All right, Mayuk Ranjan Ghosh, thank you for joining us. Also, let's go across to Shravan Sen joining us now on the phone line. Shravan, you know, as Mayuk was pointing out, it does appear once again to be the CBI versus the CID in West Bengal in this particular case. But give us more details in terms of, you know, the FIR that has been filed by Sheikh's wife before the police.
Well, in fact, Nupur, this is the latest flashpoint between the West Bengal government and the central agency. Not for the first time. We have seen in previous cases also, which is being probed by the central agencies like the CBI and the Enforcement Directorate. There has been a direct confrontation with the central agencies, with the allegation essentially being that most of these cases are nothing but a political witch hunt that is being carried out at the behest of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Now, what has essentially happened right now at the Rampur Hut camp of the Central Bureau of Investigation, it has only put the CBI in the dock. We are essentially talking about one of the main accused in the Bhokte massacre, who was essentially found dead. It is a case of death by suicide. And this has happened while he was in police custody. In fact, we are given to understand that both the investigating officers were not present when the incident actually took place. As per the initial information that we had, the accused in this particular case, Lalan Sheikh, who was basically on the run for several months put together, was finally arrested on 3rd of December from Jharkhand. And he was then taken to one of the sites where this massacre actually took place. And it is suspected that he was one of the first persons to have set the house on fire. And that is the reason why he was being said that he's already been charge-sheeted in this particular case, but his arrest was considered to be a significant progress that was made by the CBI. Now, what essentially happened was on that very day when both the investigating officers were in the court for a hearing, Lalan Sheikh said that he wanted to go to the washroom. He was accompanied by a constable and a CRPF personnel. When he did not turn up for quite some time, that is when the CRPF personnel and the CBI constable forcefully entered the washroom and found Lalan Sheikh hanging from the ceiling. Now, having said that, immediately thereafter, the Central Bureau of Investigation informed the judiciary as well as the NHRC about the development, and thereafter top officers from the Central Bureau of Investigation from the national capital flew down to Kolkata and thereafter to Rampur Hut, when there was yet another flashpoint with the locals there preventing the senior officers from carrying out their duty. Now, it turns out that the CID has essentially stepped in. This after Lalan Sheikh's wife has made a sensational allegation that he was being tortured, and the fact that this was a criminal conspiracy. The fact of the matter is that this has only led to a bitter war of words, and the Trinamool Congress also basically jumping on the bandwagon. How exactly will the CBI essentially respond? We are now given to understand that in all likelihood the CBI is going to move the court, which is in all likelihood going to happen in Calcutta, given the fact that that's the jurisdictional court. They are going to challenge the FIR that has been registered by the CID based on the complaint of Lalan Sheikh's wife. But it remains to be seen whether that is going to be allowed to taken further, because there is already an internal inquiry that is already underway to look into whether at all there have been any sort of lapses on the part of the investigating team.
All right, Shravan Sen, senior editor, joining us there. Thank you very much for bringing to us those details of what really happened. We'll have to wait and watch out for how this essentially unravels. And here's a quick look at what else is making news from the world of sport. A total of 405 players, including 273 Indians and 132 overseas players, are set to go under the hammer during the auction of the Indian Premier League 2023, which will take place in Kochi on the 23rd of December. Pakistan pacer Naseem Shah has been ruled out of the third and final test against England at Karachi due to a niggle in his bowling shoulder. According to the Pakistan Cricket Board, a niggle in the bowling shoulder has ruled out the player from the final test. Argentina beat Croatia 3-0 to reach the World Cup finals. Julian Alvarez scored twice and Lionel Messi added a goal from the penalty spot to lead Argentina to its sixth World Cup final. Argentina will face the winner of Wednesday's France versus Morocco semi-final on Sunday. Argentinian fans celebrated their team's victory over Croatia in the first semi-final of the World Cup. Fans across the stadium were seen rejoicing as Lionel Messi's performance propelled the two-time champions Argentina into the 2022 FIFA World Cup final. Thousands of fans dressed in sky blue colours of Argentinian flag cheered the 3-0 victory of the national football team over Croatia, securing their spot in the final at the World Cup. The crowd filled the streets at the Obelisk Monument. Aurelien Tchouaméni and Dayot Upamecano have both sat out for France's training ahead of the World Cup semi-final against Morocco. Both now face a nervous wait to see if they have been cleared to play in the semi-finals against surprise package Morocco, although neither player's absence is understood to be serious. Ahead of his country's semi-final clash against France at the ongoing FIFA World Cup, Mohamed Maliki, Morocco's ambassador to India, has said that his country's team is a winner already because they won the hearts of millions of people. France will lock horns with Morocco in the second semi-final of the FIFA World Cup tomorrow. Morocco trained in preparation for the biggest match in the country's footballing history, a World Cup semi-final against defending champions France. The Atlas Lions are the first African and Arab team to reach the last four at a World Cup, with their only previous trip into the knockout stage in 1986. Croatians expressed pride in their national team after their World Cup dream was ended at the semi-final stage by Argentina. Despite the freezing cold, fans wrapped up in warm clothes to fill Zagreb's main square to watch the game on a large screen. Now, despite the disappointment of the defeat, supporters in Zagreb still cheered and let off flares and fireworks. India's skipper KL Rahul won the toss and elected to bat against Bangladesh in the first test. The series is extremely crucial as India needs to win both matches of the series to stay alive in the race for the World Test Championships final. You are watching Republic TV, and still to come, Tawang face-off set to be the #1 issue in Parliament after a heated debate on Tuesday.
आज ओके फॉर लड्डू, क्योंकि डायमंड गिफ्ट की ना बात ही कुछ और है। हाँ, पर उतना महंगा नहीं है जितना आप सोच रहे हैं। अरे मलाबर जाओ, एक से बढ़कर एक डिजाइन, टॉप क्वालिटी डायमंड, सही प्राइस पे और गारंटीड लव बैक।
सुनो, जलेबी?
There is nothing like the diamond happiness.
Republic is on its way to Tawang on the exact spot where the whole incident, where the Chinese incursion happened, where the Chinese army.
जमीन पर और आसमान में भारत की अचूक नजर है। चाहे चीन कितनी ही चालबाजियां कर ले, लेकिन यही वो जज्बा है जो कम होना नहीं है और ना होगा।
West Bengal, Lalan Sheikh was arrested on the 4th of December, and this comes after the suicide of Lalan Sheikh in CBI custody, that the CBI team was attacked. A CBI convoy was stopped in West Bengal, and more details coming in of how it was attacked. I correct myself there, it was attacked. Pictures on Republic Bharat coming in, and the CBI team was not able to move. The villagers attempted to stop the CBI team in Birbhum, and these are their first details that are just coming in of how the CBI team was attacked.
Indian and Chinese troops clash along the line of actual control on the 9th of December.
Congress Neta Raja Pateria has been arrested for his remark against the Prime Minister.
NSA Ajit Doval, CTS Anil Chauhan and Army Chief Manoj Pandey all are inside the residence of Rajnath Singh, and a high-level meeting has started about this issue of India-China.
I'm nearby Khardungla. It is the last checkpost of Indian Army and it is up just about 1 kilometer far away from here.
ये रास्ता मेरे पीछे जो लीड करता है सीधा तावांग जाता है, और कि चाइना की तरफ से ऐसा इंकर्शन बार बार ऐसा होगा तो क्या स्टेप लिया जाएगा इसके हिसाब से।
अभी मैं जम्मू में मौजूद हूँ और चाइना ने जिस तरीके से हरकत की है, कहीं ना कहीं पूरा देश नाराज है, पूरा देश गुस्से में है। अब मेरे पीछे देख सकते हैं यहाँ पे डोगरा फ्रंट के द्वारा यहाँ पे प्रोटेस्ट किया जा रहा है।
Republic is on its way to Tawang on the exact spot where the whole incident, where the Chinese incursion happened, where the Chinese army.
जमीन पर और आसमान में भारत की अचूक नजर है। चाहे चीन कितनी ही चालबाजियां कर ले, लेकिन यही वो जज्बा है जो कम होना नहीं है और ना होगा।
West Bengal, Lalan Sheikh was arrested on the 4th of December, and this comes after the suicide of Lalan Sheikh in CBI custody, that the CBI team was attacked. A CBI convoy was stopped in West Bengal, and more details coming in of how it was attacked. I correct myself there, it was attacked. Pictures on Republic Bharat coming in, and the CBI team was not able to move. The villagers attempted to stop the CBI team in Birbhum, and these are the first details that are just coming in of how the CBI team was attacked.
Indian and Chinese troops clash along the line of actual control on the 9th of December.
A CBI convoy was stopped in West Bengal, and more details coming in of how it was attacked. I correct myself there, it was attacked. Pictures on Republic Bharat coming in, and the CBI team was not able to move. The villagers attempted to stop the CBI team in Birbhum, and these are the first details that are just coming in of how the CBI team was attacked.
Viewers, a very, very good morning. You watching Republic TV this Wednesday morning. I'm Shivangi Shukla. Let's see what's making news right now. There's a nationalistic surge across India as our army pushes back the Chinese in Tawang. US makes stand clear on Tawang face-off, says China's aggression is a big concern. Tawang face-off said to be the #1 issue in Parliament after the heated debate on Tuesday. First and the only news network to reach and report from Tawang, Republic crews are on the ground. It's Congress versus Congress in Karnataka over one family, one ticket as Siddaramaiah rebels. DMK slammed for Dynasty as Stalin's son takes oath as Tamil Nadu minister. Viewers, we will just go to our top story right now. The Congress MP, Tagore has moved a motion for the adjournment.
हम 2.5 लाख ग्राम पंचायत को अच्छे तरीके से काम करने के लिए बीबीएनएल के माध्यम से ओएफसी कनेक्टिविटी देने की मीटिंग मत किया करो, सदन के बाहर किया करो, केंद्र सरकार के माध्यम से की गई। मेरा प्रश्न था अधिकार है और प्रश्न के उत्तर में करीब 2.5 लाख ग्राम पंचायत में से 1,80,709 ग्राम पंचायत
ऑप्टिकल फाइबर केबल से जुड़े गए हैं। मेरे क्षेत्र के बारे में मैंने प्रश्न पूछा था, सिंधुदुर्ग महाराष्ट्र के सिंधुदुर्ग रत्नागिरी जिले के कितने ग्राम पंचायती को OFC कनेक्टिविटी होकर आज तक ग्राम पंचायती का कार्यान्वयन हो रहा है। उत्तर में लिखा है अध्यक्ष महोदय 721 इतने ग्राम पंचायत को OFC देकर उन्होंने कार्यान्वित किया है। लेकिन मेरे जानकारी से शुरू में कई ग्राम पंचायती ने ये पैकेज लिया था और उसका इस्तेमाल चालू किया था, लेकिन बाद में एक 6 महीने के बाद सारे के सारे बहुत से ग्राम पंचायत ने ये अपनी सर्विस बंद कर दी। इसके पीछे क्या कारण हो सकता है? अच्छी एक योजना थी, लेकिन उसको सक्सेस होने के लिए क्या कठिनाई है, उसके बारे में मैं जानकारी लेना चाहता हूँ।
माननीय मंत्री जी,
इन्होंने इम्प्लीमेंटेशन है 2 तरीके से हुआ है। बहुत सारे राज्यों में केंद्र सरकार ने डायरेक्टली BBNL के जरिए या BSNL के जरिए से किया है, और कुछ राज्य ऐसे हैं जिन्होंने कहा था कि हम अपने आप करना चाहेंगे, और उन राज्यों को फिर स्टेट लेड मॉडल में दिया गया। महाराष्ट्र भी एक ऐसा स्टेट है जिसमें महाराष्ट्र सरकार ने कहा था कि हम ये काम अपने हाथों में लेना चाहेंगे, तो ये काम उनको दिया गया था। अनफॉर्चुनेटली 2-2.5 साल तक करीब करीब जो बहुत अच्छा काम का पीरियड था, उस पीरियड में काम कुछ विशेष हुआ नहीं। अब इस काम में तेजी आ रही है, और जो माननीय सांसद महोदय का क्षेत्र है उसमें भी काम में बहुत तेज गति से अभी काम आ रहा है।
अध्यक्ष महोदय, मैं जानना टेक्सटाइल एज पर द टुडेज रिवाइज लिस्ट ऑफ बिजनेस।
श्रीमती अन्नपूर्णा देवी।
उप सभापति महोदय, आपकी अनुमति से आज की कार्यावली सूची की क्रम संख्या 5 पर मेरे नाम के सामने उल्लिखित दस्तावेजों को मैं सभा पटल पर रखती हूँ।
श्री अजय कुमार।
अनुमति से आज की संशोधित कार्यवली में क्रम संख्या 6 पर मेरे नाम के सम्मुख उल्लिखित दस्तावेज सभा पटल पर रखता हूँ।
श्री प्रतिमा भौमिक।
माननीय
सुश्री प्रतिमा भौमिक।
मैं आपकी अनुमति से आज की संशोधित कार्यसूची में क्रमांक संख्या 7 पर मेरे नाम के सम्मुख उल्लिखित दस्तावेज सदन के पटल पर रखती हूँ।
डॉक्टर सुभाष सरकार।
All right, viewers, you were seeing a ruckus there in Parliament, where some discussions are happening at this point of time. Viewers, and this is coming as back-to-back discussions in the Parliament. Yesterday, the Defence Minister Rajnath Singh had told Parliament that Chinese forces had tried to transgress the LAC and change the status quo. They tried to change the status quo in Tawang in Arunachal Pradesh. And now we are seeing one more discussion take place right now in Parliament. The visuals of that on your screen. It's coming in at this point of time. And like we told you earlier in Republic TV, a Tawang face-off in Parliament was very, very likely today, and it is going to be one of the number one issue which will be discussed in Parliament after the heated debate which had happened on Tuesday. Where Rajnath Singh had said very clearly, I wish to share with this House that there are no fatalities or serious casualties on our side. Due to timely intervention of Indian commanders, PLA soldiers went back to the locations, and that's what Rajnath Singh had said in the statement to both the houses of Parliament, viewers. And we're getting more updates coming in from the Parliament. Remember that Manish Tiwari, the Congress MP, had given a adjournment motion in Lok Sabha demanding a discussion on the border situation after the Tawang face-off. So visuals of that coming in right now. We'll be dipping in to the Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha as discussions continue on Tawang. Remember, Indian and Chinese troops engaged in a face-off in Tawang sector of Arunachal Pradesh on December 9. The face-off led to minor injuries to a few personnel from both sides. Both sides immediately disengaged from the area. All right, let's go ahead and play this report filed by my colleague Madhurima on the Tawang face-off between India and China.
हाँ जी, ये 9 तारीख का जो घटना हुआ था उसकी वजह से हम लोग बहुत गुस्से में भी है और दुखी भी हूँ। गुस्से में इसलिए कि उन लोगों का हमेशा कि दूसरा देश हड़पने के चक्कर में रहता है, और दुख इसलिए कि हमारा देश तो हड़प लिया, फिर भी अभी भारत देश में टांग अड़ा रहे हैं। ये एक बार नहीं 2 बार ना हमेशा ये करता रहेगा। तो इसलिए अब चाइना के बारे में तो हम लोग हर साल पूरे वर्ल्ड को अवेयर करते हैं कि चाइना को देखो, ये पूरे वर्ल्ड में अशांति फैलाएगा। तो अब जाग रहा है कि चाइना क्या कर रहा है नहीं कर रहा है। तो पहले चाइना के बारे में लोग इतना नहीं सोचते थे कि जो हम लोगों ने बोला था उसके बारे में ज़्यादा जानकारी लेने के लिए तैयार नहीं थे। तो अभी अमेरिका से लेके पूरे वर्ल्ड में ये न्यूज़ पता चल गया कि चाइना क्या करने वाले हैं। तो अभी थोड़ा सावधानी में सब है।
So we'll move forward and speak to more people. अभी जो अरुणाचल में हुआ उसके बारे में आप क्या बोलेंगे? चाइना का आदत के बारे में क्या?
वैसे तो हम चाहते हैं पूरी दुनिया में शांत रहे, ठीक है ना। अभी जो चाइना ने फिलहाल अभी ऐसा किया है अरुणाचल और लद्दाख में, उन्होंने क्लेम कर रहा है कि उन्होंने का सचा है, उनका वो है धरती है, उसके ऐसे बोल रहा है। वो बिल्कुल गलत है, ठीक है। ये पहले से ये तिब्बत और इंडिया का इशू था, इसमें कोई थर्ड पार्टी चाइना नहीं था, अभी भी नहीं है। ये बॉर्डर आता है तिब्बत और इंडिया का, ठीक है। हम चाहते हैं चाइना इसके बीच में कहीं कुछ ऐसा गलत काम नहीं करे जो इंडिया को परेशान ना करे, किसी को भी परेशान ना करे, वो अपनी शांति से रहे। अभी पहले देखो यहाँ पे रहते खास करके पूरा यहाँ के तिब्बतन रिफ्यूजी, चाइना ने बहुत गलत काम करके कब्जा किया है तिब्बत को 1959 से। तब से तिब्बत का जो कल्चर है उस सबको मिटाना चाहता है, सबको डिस्ट्रॉय करना चाहता है। उसकी वजह से हम बहुत परेशान हैं, यहाँ पर रहने वाला सब परेशान है। हम चाहता है अभी इंडिया गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से बातचीत के थ्रू, डायलॉग के थ्रू सब कुछ हाल ठीक हो जाए।
थैंक यू फॉर दैट एंड वील मूव फॉरवर्ड। सर, आपने देखा कि किस तरीके से अरुणाचल प्रदेश में जो चाइना ने ट्रांसग्रेशन किया, उस पर आप क्या बोलेंगे कि ये कैसी हैबिट है कि बार बार अग्रीमेंट्स भी हो जाते हैं दोनों कंट्री में, फिर भी वो आगे बढ़ने की कोशिश करते हैं?
फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल ये चाइना लोगों का काम ही ऐसी है, दूसरे के काम में दखल अंदाजी देना। और जो बीमारी जो कोविड फैलाया चाइनीज़ लोगों ने, ये जो बीमारी फैलाया, उनका आदत से हम बाज नहीं आएगा कभी भी। अब जब से 1959 से अभी तक हमारा जो देश उन्होंने कब्जा कर रखा है, उसके हिसाब से उनका आदत बहुत ख़राब है। वो कभी भी मतलब वो सुधारेगा नहीं। जब तक हमारा देश आज़ाद ना हो तब तक वो कुछ ना कुछ करता ही रहेगा। वो ऐसे ही चाइनीज़ का वो पॉलिसी है। हाँ जी।
All right, viewers, so right now we can tell you that we're the first and only news network to reach and report from Tawang. And we have two of our reporters, correspondents, Kishal and Mradul, who are there, and we will play out these reports for you. Remember, the Republic crew is on ground and they're getting you every update, as of course we'll be getting more updates on the story. Soon we'll be also going back to Parliament to see the discussion which is happening on the Tawang face-off. Let's play out that report by our correspondents, Mradul and Kishal.
I'm reporting from exactly the area very close to the border. Behind me, you can see the mountain ranges and a Buddhist monastery. The border where the clashes happened is right behind that area. We are very close to the location where the whole clash happened, and the Chinese army again tried and attempted to enter the line of actual control. We were speaking to the locals as well, and we were trying to understand their emotions as well. Here is with me is one of the locals. Dada, thoda aa jaiye. यहाँ पे बार बार चाइनीज आर्मी जो कोशिश करता है बॉर्डर से आने की, तो आप क्या कहेंगे? इंडियन आर्मी तो हमेशा भगा देता है। व्हाट विल यू से अबाउट?
डेफिनेटली एक सुनिए, ये 62 का भारत नहीं है, 22 का भारत है, ठीक है। तो इसके लिए हम लोग का इंडियन आर्मी बहुत स्ट्रांगली है ना, वो बार बार नाकाम हो जाता है ना चाइना वाला। तो अभी देखिए इंडियन आर्मी इतना स्ट्रांगली एक्शन ले रहा है, वो लोग को पूरा घायल हो गया ना। तो इंडियन आर्मी से हम लोग बहुत प्राउड है, बहुत हैप्पी है। हम लोग जो इंडिया वाले है, इंडियन आर्मी से बहुत हैप्पी है। तो इसलिए इंडियन आर्मी का एक बार सैल्यूट करता हूँ, और बार बार वो लोग का नाकाम कर देते हैं, वो हम लोग को अच्छा लगता है। सर
क्या बताऊंगा, मैंने इंडियन आर्मी के लिए हम लोग बहुत प्राउड फील है। हम लोग इंडिया में सुरक्षित हूँ इंडियन आर्मी के लिए, और चाइना तो कभी भी ऐसा उन लोग का मकसद पूरा नहीं होगा।
I'm feeling very proud of them कि इंडियन आर्मी लोग ने इन्हें रुकाने के लिए कोशिश कर रहा है और आई होप कि आगे भी ऐसे ही रुकाते रहेंगे और हमारे तवांग के लोगों को कुछ होने नहीं देंगे, मतलब हमारे कंट्री के अंदर उन लोगों को चाइनीज लोग को घुसने नहीं देंगे.
So that's where the local emotions goes. They are the local people staying very close to the border and completely supporting Indian army and their attempts and how the Chinese army again and again attempts to enter the border but fails, and Indian army again and again pushes them back. Behind me, I will also request my video journalist to show. This is just a few kilometers away from the border. We can see the Indian flag flying high, and we feel proud standing here in Tawang, just very close to the border in Arunachal Pradesh. There has been multiple attempts from the Chinese government in order to try and come inside these areas. They have also published several maps showing how Arunachal Pradesh is a part of China, but these unholy attempts have been again and again stopped by the Indian army, by the Indian government.
समय हमारी टीम लेह के ऊपर की तरफ जा रही है और मैं आपको कुछ तस्वीरें सबसे पहले दिखाऊंगा क्योंकि जैसा किसले बता रहे थे कि एलएसी पर कैसी झड़प हुई है तो आपको याद होगा डोकलाम यहां से कुछ किलोमीटर की दूरी पर है, रेजांगला कुछ किलोमीटर की दूरी पर है और हमारी टीम उसी रास्ते में मौजूद है. आपको यह भी बता दें शिवांगी कि यहां की जो तस्वीर हम देख पा रहे हैं वो ये बताती है कि भारतीय सेना के जवानों ने यहां पर भी मुस्तैदी बढ़ा दी है. सुबह से ही कल भी हमने तस्वीरें दिखाई थी और आज भी कुछ ऐसे रास्ते में हमें दिखाई दिए हैं इंडियन आर्मी के कॉन्वॉय जो हुए नजर आते हैं. ऐसा समझा जा सकता है कि इंडियन आर्मी यहां पर भी, क्योंकि चीन जो है वो अलग अलग तरह से अपनी गतिविधियों को अंजाम देता है और जो उसकी एक्सपेंशन की नीति है यानी विस्तारवाद की नीति है उस पर वो हमेशा काम करता रहा है. तो एक तरफ तवांग है, तवांग में कैसे भारतीय सेना ने उसे पीछे भगाया है, डोकलाम को वो भूला नहीं है, डोकलाम में भी ऐसी ही कार्रवाई की गई थी और अब जैसा तवांग में हुआ है वैसा कहीं और ना हो जाए इसके लिए भारतीय सेना पहले से ही तैयार है. तवांग में भी पहले से ही तैयारी थी और इसलिए तवांग में भारतीय सेना के जवानों ने चीन को खदेड़ दिया है. किसले ने वहां कुछ लोगों से भी बात की थी शिवांगी जो हमने सुना और वो भी ये बात कहते हैं कि हमें भारतीय सेना पर गर्व है और भारतीय सेना पर गर्व इसलिए करना चाहिए क्योंकि यहां का टेम्परेचर बहुत कम है, बहुत दिक्कत होती है. ऊपर अगर आप हाई ऑल्टीट्यूड पर जाते हैं ऑक्सीजन की कमी होती है, उसके बावजूद भारतीय सेना के जवान ऊपर मौजूद हैं. हम कोशिश करेंगे वहां तक पहुंचने की, लगातार हमारी टीम मूव कर रही है और वहां की तस्वीर भी आपको दिखाएंगे कि वहां पर चीन की आर्मी को कैसे भारतीय सेना ने पीछे धकेला है.
All right, viewers, let's go straight to the other big story you're tracking right now. Congress MP Manikam Tagore moved a motion for the adjournment of the business of the House for discussing the police raids at Congress poll strategist Sunil Kanugolu. In a fresh update now, the Congress leaders alleged that they have been put under house arrest. This comes hours after raids were conducted at Congress poll strategist Sunil Kanugolu. TPCC chief Revant Reddy had given a call for protest. All right, viewers, getting some fresh updates coming in on this story. Remember that the police had raided Congress poll strategist Sunil Kanugolu's office in Hyderabad, and after that we're getting some more details coming in. This time we're learning the Congress MP Manikam Tagore has moved the motion for the adjournment of the business of the House for discussing police raids at the Congress poll strategist Sunil Kanugolu. In a fresh update coming in, viewers, and you can also see on your screen as we tell you what's happening, the raids which happened on the Congress poll strategist. And like I was saying, in a fresh update, the Congress leaders have alleged that they have been put under house arrest. House arrest. This is after hours, just after the raids were conducted at the Congress poll strategist residence. And TPCC chief Revant Reddy had also given a call for the protest. So we're getting back-to-back updates at this point of time, viewers. Remember that Telangana Congress President Revant Reddy has called for a protest after state police raided the Congress poll strategist. All right, let's go straight to Aneri. Aneri is joining us. Aneri, a very good morning to you. We're seeing a lot of details coming in from Hyderabad. Take us through exactly where things stand as of now.
Well, that's right, Shivangi. We have been seeing that how the police officials had conducted raids and searches at the Congress poll strategist Sunil's office late last night in Hyderabad, and also this comes days after he had allegedly put up a post against the Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao, and it was a derogatory post is what they have been alleging. But now we have been seeing that Telangana Congress Chief Revant Reddy had called for a protest against the arrest of these Congress leaders, and also at the same time, now we see that as there was a call given for the protest, now the police of the Congress leaders have now alleged that they have been put under house arrest and they are not being allowed to move out of the house, is what they have been stating. But now very clearly we have been seeing that how there were raids which were conducted at the Congress poll strategist Sunil's office late last night in Hyderabad, and also now we see that the Congress MP Manikam Tagore has also moved a motion in the parliament, because as we have been seeing that there is a parliament session going on, now we see that the Congress MP has also moved a motion in the house to discuss over the act of the police officials which had happened over the Congress poll strategists, because not to forget, Telangana will be going in polls in the year 2023, that's next year end, where Telangana will be going to polls. So definitely a massive face-off between the ruling government and the Congress party has been going on. But now we also see that Manikam Tagore, who is the Congress MP, has also challenged the Telangana police and the Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao, stating that he has also put up the same post. Now, if they want, they can also come and arrest him, is what he has put up in that social media post. But now we also have been seeing how there is a face-off which has been going on, and ahead of the protest call which was given by the Telangana Congress Chief Revant Reddy, that there should be a protest in all the mandals burning the effigy of Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao, and also there should be a protest outside the Commissionerate office. But now we see that the Congress leaders have alleged that they have been put under house arrest and they are not being allowed to move out.
All right, thank you, Aneri, for getting us all the details. Aneri joining us live for all the details on what's happening there. But let's also go across to what's happening in New Delhi as well. Very soon we'll go across to that. Rajya Sabha, let's go to Rajya Sabha right now, where some discussions are happening over the Tawang face-off.
In certain areas where the post-grain variety of rice is grown, and this has helped in enhancing their income. In September 2022, the government of India imposed the government of India had imposed a 20% custom duty on the export of this rice variety. Sir, this has greatly affected its sales abroad and dampened the government's effort to improve the farmers' livelihood. Sir, please, you continue. You have time, you speak. Sir, another premium rice variety. Sir, I laid on the table. Please.
माननीय सैयद नासिर हुसैन, not present. माननीय श्री समीर उरांव,
उप सभापति महोदय, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, आपने मुझे बोलने का अवसर दिया। उप सभापति महोदय, मैं एक लोक महत्व के विषय को आपके माध्यम से सदन को बताना चाहता हूं। झारखंड के गुमला जिले के शहर से 120 किलोमीटर दूर स्थित आनंद धाम को राम भक्त महावीर हनुमान जी की पूजा अर्चना की जाती है। प्राकृतिक सौंदर्य के दृष्टि से भी यह एक मनोरम स्थल है। यहाँ एक प्रसिद्ध गुफा है जो कथित तौर पर 1500 फीट लंबी है। स्थानीय जनजाति समुदाय के भक्त पुजारीगण इन्हीं पहाड़ियों में रहकर के सेवा कार्य करते आ रहे हैं, परंतु वन विभाग द्वारा इसे अपनी वन सीमा के
All right, viewers, so we are getting some details coming in from Parliament, and we'll of course get you more details. We're expecting a lot of discussions will take place today after the India-China face-off in Tawang. Remember that according to live updates coming from the Parliament, and we'll go back to it, the Rajya Sabha session has resumed amid opposition protest. We'll go back to it. At the same time, we have a huge team of reporters and correspondents which are tracking the story on ground. Radul and Krishna, they're tracking the story on ground as well. The biggest team of Republic there. Let's go ahead and play out this report filed by our bureau for now.
Ruling himself out from the race for the Prime Minister's position after the upcoming 2024 Lok Sabha polls, Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar has dropped a big hint. The JDU Supremo said that a united opposition could defeat Narendra Modi-led BJP in 2024. Reports say that Tejasvi Yadav will lead the fight for the 2025 assembly polls.
सब तेजस्वी को नेतृत्व करने को लेकर आपने
तो शुरू से बोल रहे हैं
25 में बिहार का नेतृत्व
एकदम करेगा, समझ गए ना।
Having passed the mantle to the young deputy Tejasvi Yadav, Nitish Kumar said that the future belonged to young and energetic leaders. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Just getting some big breaking news coming in at this point of time, viewers. Big breaking news coming in at this point of time, where a boy has thrown acid on a school girl. I repeat, a boy has thrown acid on a school girl in Delhi's Dwarka district area. The incident took place around 9 a.m. The girl has been referred to Safdarjung Hospital. Delhi police officers are also reaching the hospital. Viewers, big news coming in. Acid attack. A case of acid attack in the national capital. And the boy has thrown acid on a school girl in Delhi's Dwarka district area. The incident took place around 9 a.m. The girl has now been swiftly taken to the hospital. She has been taken to Safdarjung Hospital. Delhi police officers are also reaching the hospitals. It's a shocker coming in, and Harsha is joining us on the phone line. Harsha, a very good morning to you. This is a very, very shocking incident coming in. What have you picked up on the story?
Exactly. Police investigation entire matter. Until now, what we are getting to know that this is an incident of yesterday around 9 a.m. in the morning, and it was the morning hours when girl was going via scooty to her to a school when this entire incident happened, and she studies in class 12. Very sensitive and very shocking and very heinous crimes has been committed in the national capital, and it is not the first time when such incident has been seen in national capital. And right now, police is investigating through the CCTV footage exactly who the culprit is and who the accused is, and a team of Delhi police has been formed of 6 police officers who are looking into this matter. Right now, she has been admitted to Safdarjung Hospital in the burn department. Right now, doctors are not stating what her current condition or situation is, but yes, she is definitely very critical right now. All the family members of the girl is in the hospital right now. We are trying to collect more information from the police sources, but right now we have got to know that this is Tiranga Chowk in the Dwarka area, where the residence of the girl is, of the victim is, when she was leaving at the 9 a.m. in the morning for her school when the entire incident has taken place. Very shocking, because it is the morning hours when there's a busy road. Dwarka is a busy place. When in such heinous crime has taken place, the entire road and the nearby residential people are also being interrogated by the police officers. We are waiting for more information to be collected, but till now the accused has not been arrested. Back to you.
All right, Harsha, thank you for getting us all the details right now. Harsha taking us through all the details of this shocker coming in from Delhi, and we'll be tracking the story very closely on Republic TV. On that note, it's time for a very short break. Viewers, we are live and breaking. Coming up on the other side, so Congress versus Congress in Karnataka over one family, one ticket as Siddharamaiah rebels. And DMK slam for Dynasty as Stalin's son takes oath as Tamil Nadu minister. Stay tuned.
कुछ मेरा, कुछ तुम्हारा। इसलिए ग्रीन लैम लैमिनेट्स, सपने आपके, लैमिनेट्स हमारा। अमेजिंग स्पेसेस के लिए कुछ मेरा।
हॉलिडे प्लानिंग बॉलीवुड मूवी नहीं लगती? कहा ना जिम नहीं भैया पूल। तो भाइयों में दुश्मनी? बस ब्रेकफास्ट इंक्लूडेड हो। आज लगाई बैठी एक माँ। बजट में आएगा? एक कंजूस सेठ जी और मुझे बचाने हीरो की सीधी मार एंट्री। 16 करोड़ ऐप डाउनलोड्स, 29 लाख होटल्स और होम स्टेज, कमाल के प्राइसेस। ये पिक्चर तो हिट है, अगर ट्राई करो।
जो जिस तरीके से हरकत की है, कहीं ना कहीं पूरा देश नाराज है, पूरा देश गुस्से में है। अब मेरे पीछे देख सकते हैं, यहाँ पे डोगरा फ्रंट के द्वारा यहाँ पे प्रोटेस्ट किया जा रहा है।
Republic is on its way to Tawang, on the exact spot where the whole incident, where the Chinese incursion happened, where the Chinese army
जमीन पर और आसमान में भारत की अचूक नजर है। चाहे चीन कितनी ही चालबाजियां कर ले, लेकिन यही वो जज्बा है जो कम होना नहीं है और ना होगा।
West Bengal, Lalan Sheikh was arrested on the 4th of December, and this comes after the suicide of Lalan Sheikh in CBI custody, that the CBI team was attacked. A CBI convoy was stopped in West Bengal, and more details coming in of how it was attacked. I correct myself there, it was attacked. Pictures on Republic Bharat coming in, and the CBI team was not able to move. The villagers attempted to stop the CBI team in Birbhum, and these are the first details that are just coming in of how the CBI team was attacked.
Indian and Chinese troops clash along the line of actual control on the 9th of December.
Congress Neta Raja Pateria has been arrested for his remark against the Prime Minister.
NSA Ajit Doval, CTS Anil Chauhan and Army Chief Manoj Pandey all are inside the residence of Rajnath Singh, and a high-level meeting has started about this issue of India-China.
As our Indian Army pushes back the Chinese in Tawang, a nationalistic surge across India.
We're closely monitoring the situation. We encourage India and China to utilize existing bilateral channels to discuss disputed boundaries.
The US makes its stand clear on the Tawang face-offs as China's aggression is a big concern. Tawang face-off set to be the #1 issue in Parliament after a heated debate on Tuesday. First and only news network to reach and report from Tawang, Republic crews are on the ground. It's Congress versus Congress in Karnataka over one family, one ticket as Siddharamaiah rebels. DMK slammed for Dynasty as Stalin's son takes oath as a minister in the Tamil Nadu government. Good morning and thank you very much for staying with us on Live and Breaking. This is Republic TV. I'm Nupur Talwar Suri. Now, Republic TV has managed to access key pointers in the CBI's petition that has been filed before court. Now, do remember that the CBI has approached, is going to be approaching the court rather against an FIR that has been filed by the Bengal police. The CBI's contention in this is the fact that this particular FIR was registered without completing a post-mortem. And one of the officers who's been named in this particular FIR is not particularly linked to the Boktoi case. Let's go across to Shavan Sen. I think he has more details on this. Shavan, take us through the details that we are now being able to access in terms of the CBI's contention against this FIR.
The FIR that has been registered by the West Bengal Police's CID department. Now, what is interesting to point out here is that in the FIR that has been registered by the CID, they've essentially named a DYSP rank officer. Interestingly, the DYSP rank officer has no links whatsoever with the Boktoi massacre case. He has not even investigated this entire matter. But despite that, he has been named in the FIR. Now, the twist in this particular case is that he happens to be the investigating officer in the cattle smuggling case. Remember, in the cattle smuggling case, one of the top Trinamool Congress Neta, that is Onubroto Mondol, was actually arrested by the Central Bureau of Investigation. The malafide intention of the investigative agency here, that is the CID, is reflective on the fact that they've gone ahead and filed an FIR against the DYSP rank officer who is not even linked to the Boktoi massacre case. And that is exactly what the CBI is essentially saying at this point in time, at least going by the petition that they are filing in the Calcutta High Court with regards to the FIR that has been registered against them. The other important aspect here, Nupur, is the fact that the FIR is registered based on a complaint that has been filed by the wife of the accused. All of this has happened even before the post-mortem is yet to be completed in this entire case. Lalan Sheikh, who was basically found hanging by the ceiling of the washroom of Rampur Hut CBI camp, his postmortem is yet to be completed, and even before that, the FIR has now been registered. So it appears to be yet another round of a battle between the West Bengal government and the Central Bureau of Investigation. The West Bengal government, as well as supporters of have essentially cornered the Central Bureau of Investigation on this entire matter, because remember, there are obvious questions that are going to be raised, and the CBI perhaps will also have to do certain answering with regards to what really happened when an accused in this particular case was found dead, and the fact that this has happened while he was in the custody. This is the same man that they were essentially pointing out as one of the main accused in the Bhopal massacre case, and he was on the run for several months put together, finally arrested from a village on 3rd of December in Jharkhand, and now in a mysterious manner he was found dead in the washroom of the very camp in which he was kept as part of the police custody. So obviously there are questions that the CBI will have to answer.
Now, Shravan, as is the case, in most such cases, is there an internal inquiry of the CBI that's also been ordered? Because at the end of the day, the CBI will also have to look as to what perhaps went wrong.
There's absolutely no doubt about that, Nupur. An inquiry is already underway. But that inquiry, as I understand, is not exactly from the Central Bureau of Investigation, but essentially, since the matter was already in the court, so there is a high possibility that this would be, an inquiry that would be done by the court itself. Because the moment this incident actually took place, we are given to understand that the NHRC and the judiciary was essentially informed about the incident. And the inquiry would also take place, is what I was given to understand by my sources within the agency. The fact of the matter here is that since they are the ones who are now under the scanner, that is the CBI officials, it is very unlikely that an inquiry would be done by them. It would perhaps be an inquiry done by someone outside the Central Bureau of Investigation to find the lapses, whether at all there have been any lapses on the part of the officers who were probing this entire matter.
All right, Shravan Sen joining us on that. Thank you very much. So as Shravan is pointing out, obviously the CBI does have to answer several questions as to what went wrong. In the meanwhile, the West Bengal Police's CID has now filed an FIR. We are also understanding that the CBI will be going to court against that.
First and foremost, I would want my camera person to pan and show you around the visuals. If you can see there have been 16 gates that are there, and 16 gates that have been there, and congestion is still there. However, comparatively, when we compare it to past 3 to 4 days, it's comparatively lighter at the peak hours, which is from 5 a.m. in the morning to 9 a.m. in the morning. But there you have people who are still waiting. Congestion is still there. There's heavy clogging at the Delhi International Airport. We are right now at the T3 airport. I have some people with me. I was having a word with me who were telling me how they have followed the advisory of coming almost 3 to 4 hours early, their departure time. I will also take you across to what measures have been taken to ensure that this clogging does not take place. But first, let's talk and let's get a ground report of what the people, what difficulties are the people facing right now. Sir, आप बताइए, आप लोग कहाँ से आए हैं?
जी मैं तो रोहतक से आया हूँ. आज सुबह निकला था वहाँ से 5 बजे. और यहाँ पे उन्होंने बोला था कि 3.5 घंटे पहले आना है, तो मैं 9:45 बजे के करीब यहाँ पहुँच गया था.
आपका जो फ्लाइट है वो कितने बजे की अभी?
5 की है, गोवा जाना है हमें.
तो ये जो कंजेशन हमारा एयरपोर्ट पे दिख रहा है, उसके बाद आपकी ये पहली फ्लाइट है कि इससे पहले आप फ्लाइट ले चुके हैं?
पहले बहुत बार ले चुका हूँ फ्लाइट. बहुत.
क्या आपको सिमिलर डिफिकल्टीज हुई थी?
नो कोई दिक्कत नहीं हुई कभी भी. ये पहली बार बोला कि 3.5 घंटे पहले आना है, नहीं तो.
All right, news just coming in. We are learning that that Mukhtar Ansari has been arrested by the Enforcement Directorate. We are given to understand that the ED officials had earlier arrested Abbas Ansari, also along with his brother-in-law, that's the son of Mukhtar Ansari. Now, we are given to understand that this is an arrest in connection with a money laundering case that has been lodged against him by the Enforcement Directorate. Now, we are this money laundering case, of course, has been filed against him, even as Mukhtar Ansari, of course, is currently lodged at the Banda jail. We are going to try and go across to our reporters for more information. I think we've got Shavan on the phone line. Shavan, give us more details as to what happened. We understand that this is a case of money laundering in which he's been arrested.
Well, in fact, Mukhtar Ansari, who was under the scanner along with his family members, his brother, finally we are now being told that the Enforcement Directorate has gone ahead and placed Mukhtar Ansari under. Now, this is a money laundering case in which there have also been allegations of land grabbing. We're just getting in more details right now, Nupur, because the arrest confirmation has just come in. We're trying to gather more information with regards to the fact that whether at all a new case has now been registered. Because remember, Mukhtar Ansari has been behind bars, and by the Enforcement Directorate had also attached several properties linked to Mukhtar Ansari and his family members. In fact, there were searches that were carried out in multiple locations, including the national capital, in properties that have been linked to Mukhtar Ansari as well as his brother and a few other family members.
Now, we are given to understand that Mukhtar Ansari's wife, Afshan Ansari, also is wanted by the ED in a money laundering case. We are, of course, still trying to get more details. But, Shavan, we are given to understand that the ED officials are basically looking to get more information about illegal transactions in the businesses of Mukhtar Ansari.
Well, in fact, they're also looking at the diversion of certain funds, whether at all, the funds that he had received as a legislator, whether that was also diverted for other activities is something that the Central Bureau of Investigation would be looking at. And as far as the proceeds of crime is concerned, that is basically with regards to how properties were built by Mukhtar Ansari, that is also under the scanner. Remember, that is being looked into because of the fact that there have been allegations of land grabbing and the fact that there have been multiple companies that have been floated, Benami companies that have been floated by Mukhtar Ansari in order to divert the money or the proceeds of crime.
All right, so Shavan Singh bringing us details of that. Thank you for joining us. That's the latest that we are getting, that Mukhtar Ansari has now been arrested by the ED. Do remember that he's already in prison. He was at the Banda jail, and now we are given to understand that the ED has taken his custody. This is with regards to a probe in a money laundering case. You are watching Republic TV. On the other side, as the Indian Army pushes back the Chinese in Tawang, a nationalistic surge across. And it is Congress versus Congress in Karnataka over the one family, one ticket policy.
Indian and Chinese troops clash along the line of actual control on the 9th of December.
Congress Neta Raja Pateria has been arrested for his remark against the Prime Minister.
NSA Ajit Doval, CTS Anil Chauhan and Army Chief Manoj Pandey all are inside the residence of Rajnath Singh, and a high-level meeting has started about this issue of India-China.
I'm nearby Khardungla. It is the last checkpost of Indian Army and it is just about 1 kilometer far away from here.
ये रास्ता मेरे पीछे जो लीड करता है सीधा तावांग जाता है, और कि चाइना की तरफ से ऐसा इंकर्शन बार-बार ऐसा होगा तो क्या स्टेप लिया जाएगा इसके हिसाब से।
अभी मैं जम्मू में मौजूद हूँ और चाइना ने जिस तरीके से हरकत की है, कहीं ना कहीं पूरा देश नाराज है, पूरा देश गुस्से में है। अब मेरे पीछे देख सकते हैं यहाँ पे डोगरा फ्रंट के द्वारा यहाँ पे प्रोटेस्ट किया जा रहा है।
Republic is on its way to Tawang on the exact spot where the whole incident, where the Chinese incursion happened, where the Chinese army.
जमीन पर और आसमान में भारत की अचूक नजर है। चाहे चीन कितनी चालबाजियां कर ले, लेकिन यही वो जज्बा है जो कम होना नहीं है और ना होगा।
West Bengal, Lalan Sheikh was arrested on the 4th of December, and this comes after the suicide of Lalan Sheikh in CBI custody, that the CBI team was attacked. a CBI convoy was stopped in West Bengal, and more details coming in of how it was attacked. I correct myself there, it was attacked. Pictures on Republic Bharat coming in, and the CBI team was not able to move. The villagers attempted to stop the CBI team in Birbhum, and these are the first details that are just coming in of how the CBI team was attacked.
Indian and Chinese troops clash along the line of actual control on the 9th of December.
Congress Neta Raja Pateria has been arrested for his remark against the Prime Minister.
NSA Ajit Doval, CTS Anil Chauhan and Army Chief Manoj Pandey all are inside the residence of Rajnath Singh, and a high-level meeting has started about this issue of India-China.
I'm nearby Khardungla. It is the last checkpost of Indian Army and it is just about 1 kilometer far away from here.
ये रास्ता मेरे पीछे जो लीड करता है सीधा तावांग जाता है, और कि चाइना की तरफ से ऐसा इंकर्शन बार-बार ऐसा होगा तो क्या स्टेप लिया जाएगा इसके हिसाब से।
अभी मैं जम्मू में मौजूद हूँ और चाइना ने जिस तरीके से हरकत की है, कहीं ना कहीं पूरा देश नाराज है, पूरा देश गुस्से में है। अब मेरे पीछे देख सकते हैं यहाँ पे डोगरा फ्रंट के द्वारा यहाँ पे प्रोटेस्ट किया जा रहा है।
Republic is on its way to Tawang, on the exact spot where the whole incident, where the Chinese incursion happened, where the Chinese army.
Bihar's Chief Minister Nitish Kumar has said that he has no desire to become the Prime Minister, and further added that he's in fact looking forward to passing on the mantle to his young deputy Tejashwi Yadav. After the India-China face-off in Tawang, the United States of America has issued a statement that the Department of Defense continue to watch developments along the line of actual control of the India-China border, and China's growing trend to assert itself and be proactive in areas directed towards the US's allies has now become a major concern. Congress MP Manish Tiwari has given an adjournment motion notice in the Lok Sabha this morning to discuss the situation at the border with China in the Tawang sector of Arunachal Pradesh. Amid the increased rush of air passengers at Delhi's Indira Gandhi International Airport, Air India has issued a travel advisory asking passengers to reach the airport at least 3.5 hours prior to domestic departures and 4 hours prior to international departures. The Kerala Assembly has passed University Laws Amendment Bill to replace the governor as the Chancellor of universities in the state and appoint eminent academicians to the top post, while the opposition, UDF, has boycotted the House for not accepting its suggestions regarding the bill. In Karnataka, Congress leader Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar have expressed different views on one family, one ticket policy ahead of the assembly elections in the state. While Karnataka Congress chief DK Shivakumar clearly said that one family, one ticket policy will be followed, in Karnataka, Siddaramaiah says that's only a proposal for now. In a big move, the Maharashtra government has set up a panel to study, to make recommendations about interfaith marriages and also to coordinate with families involving couples of interfaith marriages. Raids were conducted on the Congress poll strategist Sunil Kanugolu. This comes days after Kanugolu had allegedly made defamatory remarks in his social media post against the Telangana Chief Minister KCR. Telangana Congress President Revanth Reddy has called for protests. Well, a shocking video is now coming out of New Delhi. This is Delhi's Dwarka area, where it is alleged that a boy threw acid on a schoolgirl in this particular area. Now, the incident took place at 9 o'clock this morning. The girl has been referred to the Safdarjung Hospital. Delhi police officers have also reached the hospital. So we are given to understand that this is CCTV footage that has been accessed by Republic TV. It clearly shows a boy throwing some sort of a liquid on this girl. She's believed to be a schoolgirl, and we are now learning that she has been taken to the Safdarjung Hospital. This incident has been reported from Delhi's Dwarka district, And the police, of course, have lodged an FIR and are investigating this case. So acid there being thrown on a student of a Delhi school. We are told that the girl has been shifted to the Safdarjung hospital in Delhi and is being treated for her injuries. Delhi police officers are also reaching the hospital. A shocker, quite a shocker really, coming in from the national capital, where in broad daylight a girl is attacked and acid is thrown on her face. Lots of questions for the Delhi police to answer on this one. Pictures on your screen right now are of this acid attack that has taken place in Dwarka. I think we've got Tanisha live with us. Tanisha, give us more details of what really happened, and also give us more details in terms of the condition of this young girl.
Right, Nupur, her condition right now is very, very critical. DCP Dwarka is at the hospital and he's talking to the relatives of that girl. Remember, the incident that took place was around 7:30 and around 9 a.m. is the time when the PCR call was received at the police station. DCP Dwarka is at the hospital where the victim is right now. ADCP of Dwarka is rushing to the spot. Many teams from Delhi will also be rushing to the Dwarka for the same. However, the cause of why this brutal incident on the girl took place has not been known yet, but police sources are telling to the public that it could be of past incidences of some fight between the boy and the girl that could have taken place, which led to this step. Remember, when the girl left, it was around 7:30 a.m. in the morning, and I was telling you she was with her younger sister. And on the CCTV, the exclusive CCTV visuals of that very incident that happened around 7:30 a.m., we're getting to know that around 7 seconds onwards is the time when you see two bike-borne miscreants who were there on the bike, who threw the acid on the face of that very girl. She was a 17-year-old kid. Remember, she left from her house for some work, and soon after that, little did she know that she had to face it. That this day is going to be very difficult for her. Right now, the condition that we're getting to know, she's been admitted to the hospital and is in a very, very critical condition.
Thank you for that, Tanisha. Horrific attack coming to the fore from New Delhi, the national capital, reporting an acid attack on a 17-year-old girl who was standing. You can see in those visuals very clearly two bike-borne assailants come near her. One of them then throws acid. We'll be bringing you more details of what really happened, and we'll also be giving you an update on her health condition. Stay with us.
I'm nearby Khardungla. It is the last checkpost of Indian Army and it is just about 1 kilometer far away from here.
ये रास्ता मेरे पीछे जो लीड करता है सीधा तावांग जाता है, और कि चाइना की तरफ से ऐसा इंकर्शन बार-बार ऐसा होगा तो क्या स्टेप लिया जाएगा इसके हिसाब से।
अभी मैं जम्मू में मौजूद हूँ और चाइना ने जिस तरीके से हरकत की है, कहीं ना कहीं पूरा देश नाराज है, पूरा देश गुस्से में। अब मेरे पीछे देख सकते हैं, यहाँ पे डोगरा फ्रंट के द्वारा यहाँ पे प्रोटेस्ट किया जा रहा है।
Republic is on its way to Tawang, on the exact spot where the whole incident, where the Chinese incursion happened, where the Chinese army.
जमीन पर और आसमान में भारत की अचूक नजर है। चाहे चीन कितनी ही चालबाजियां कर ले, लेकिन यही वो जज्बा है जो कम होना नहीं है और ना होगा।
West Bengal, Lalan Sheikh was arrested on the 4th of December, and this comes after the suicide of Lalan Sheikh in CBI custody, that the CBI team was attacked. A CBI convoy was stopped in West Bengal, and more details coming in of how it was attacked. I correct myself there, it was attacked. Pictures on Republic Bharat coming in, and the CBI team was not able to move. The villagers attempted to stop the CBI team in Birbhum, and these are the first details that are just coming in of how the CBI team was attacked.
Indian and Chinese troops clash along the line of actual control on the 9th of December.
Congress Neta Rajapaksa has been arrested for his remark against the Prime Minister.
NSA Ajit Doval, CTS Anil Chauhan and Army Chief Manoj Pandey all are inside the residence of Rajnath Singh, and a high-level meeting has started about this issue of India-China.
I'm nearby Khardungla. It is the last checkpost of Indian Army and it is up just about 1 kilometer far away from here.
ये रास्ता मेरे पीछे जो लीड करता है सीधा तावांग जाता है, और कि चाइना की तरफ से ऐसा इंकर्शन बार बार ऐसा होगा तो क्या स्टेप लिया जाएगा इसके हिसाब से।
अभी मैं जम्मू में मौजूद हूँ और चाइना ने जिस तरीके से हरकत की है, कहीं ना कहीं पूरा देश नाराज है, पूरा देश गुस्से में है। अब मेरे पीछे देख सकते हैं यहाँ पे डोगरा फ्रंट के द्वारा यहाँ पे प्रोटेस्ट किया जा रहा है।
Republic is on its way to Tawang on the exact spot where the whole incident, where the Chinese incursion happened, where the Chinese army.
जमीन पर और आसमान में भारत की अचूक नजर है। चाहे चीन कितनी ही चालबाजियां कर ले, लेकिन यही वो जज्बा है जो कम होना नहीं है और ना होगा।
West Bengal, Lalan Sheikh was arrested on the 4th of December, and this comes after the suicide of Lalan Sheikh in CBI custody, that the CBI team was attacked. A CBI convoy.
All right, so we are now getting you the latest details in terms of an acid attack that has been reported from Dwarka in Delhi in broad daylight. This young girl, 17-year-old, was attacked by two bike-borne assailants. The man in who was riding pillion actually threw the acid on her face. We are given to understand that the police have now rushed her to the Safdarjung hospital. But big questions being raised about Delhi's security, and obviously the police will have to answer why there appears to be no fear of the law in the national capital. This incident took place early this morning when this girl, we understand, accompanied by her sister, was going out for some work. The Delhi police, of course, has lodged an FIR in this particular case. You're watching Republic TV. We slip into a very short break. On the other side, we'll be bringing you more news on this. Stay with us.
Republic is on its way to Tawang on the exact spot where the whole incident, where the Chinese incursion happened, where the Chinese army.
जमीन पर और आसमान में भारत की अचूक नजर है। चाहे चीन कितनी ही चालबाजियां कर ले, लेकिन यही वो जज्बा है जो कम होना नहीं है और ना होगा।
West Bengal, Lalan Sheikh was arrested on the 4th of December, and this comes after the suicide of Lalan Sheikh in CBI custody, that the CBI team was attacked. A CBI convoy was stopped in West Bengal, and more details coming in of how it was attacked. I correct myself there, it was attacked. Pictures on Republic Bharat coming in, and the CBI team was not able to move. The villagers attempted to stop the CBI team in Birbhum, and these are the first details that are just coming in of how the CBI team was attacked.
Indian and Chinese troops clash along the line of actual control on the 9th of December.
Congress Neta Rajapaksa has been arrested for his remark against the Prime Minister.
NSA Ajit Doval, CTS Anil Chauhan and Army Chief Manoj Pandey all are inside the residence of Rajnath Singh, and a high-level meeting has started about this issue of India-China.
I'm nearby Khardungla. It is the last checkpost of Indian Army and it is up just about 1 kilometer far away from here.
ये रास्ता मेरे पीछे जो लीड करता है सीधा तावांग जाता है, और कि चाइना की तरफ से ऐसा इंकर्शन बार बार ऐसा होगा तो क्या स्टेप लिया जाएगा इसके हिसाब से।
अभी मैं जम्मू में मौजूद हूँ और चाइना ने जिस तरीके से हरकत की है, कहीं ना कहीं पूरा देश नाराज है, पूरा देश गुस्से में है। अब मेरे पीछे देख सकते हैं यहाँ पे डोगरा फ्रंट के द्वारा यहाँ पे प्रोटेस्ट किया जा रहा है।
Republic is on its way to Tawang on the exact spot where the whole incident, where the Chinese incursion happened, where the Chinese army.
जमीन पर और आसमान में भारत की अचूक नजर है। चाहे चीन कितनी ही चालबाजियां कर ले, लेकिन यही वो जज्बा है जो कम होना नहीं है और ना होगा।
West Bengal, Lalan Sheikh was arrested on the 4th of December, and this comes after the suicide of Lalan Sheikh in CBI custody, that the CBI team was attacked. A CBI convoy was stopped in West Bengal, and more details coming in of how it was attacked. I correct myself there, it was attacked. Pictures on Republic Bharat coming in, and the CBI team was not able to move. The villagers attempted to stop the CBI team in Birbhum, and these are the first details that are just coming in of
Well, a shocking acid attack has been reported from the national capital, where in broad daylight, a 17-year-old girl was assaulted by two bike-prone men. You can see very, very clearly in those pictures that the man riding pillion actually throws something that looks like a liquid on her face, and we're given to understand that this was an acid attack that was thrown on this young girl. We are still trying to ascertain her condition. We know that she's been taken to the Safdarjung Hospital in the national capital to be treated for her burn injuries. The Delhi police, of course, have launched an investigation into what really happened. The survivor has been hospitalized. Our reporters, of course, are trying to get us the latest details in terms of her health condition. But the Delhi police will have a lot of answering to do. Obviously, questions will be raised about the law and order situation in the national capital, where in broad daylight, two people can so casually fling acid on a young girl's face. So, towards a young girl, rather. So, obviously, many questions to be answered by the Delhi police. Let's go across, I think, to Zeenat Shaukat Ali, who joins us on the phone line. Good afternoon. This is shocking, to say the least. You're talking of the national capital in the country, where a young girl, accompanied by her sister, cannot walk on the streets without the fear of something like this be thrown on her face.
Absolutely. It is highly condemnable and deplorable, but we also have to see to it that the government takes some very strong action, that, that these kind of things like acid are not easily available, because whatever we say, we have to ban such items which can be used against women and which are constantly being used. One can imagine the trauma that this girl has to undergo with her sister, and the kind of life she's going to have, and the kind of pain that she's going to live with. So we have to make considerations for these human elements where women are concerned, and for their safety. So I think one of the first things that have to be done is that acid and material of that nature which is destructive and which can harm somebody to this extent has to be completely banned and not made available at all.
Absolutely, Dr. Ali, your point on when you say that we need to regulate the availability of acid, and this is not the first such case that's been reported. There have been many such cases before as well. Appreciate your speaking to us on Republic TV. Thank you very much for joining us. We're going to cut across right now to proceedings that are taking place in the Rajya Sabha.
एक महत्वपूर्ण बात यह है, उपाध्यक्ष महोदय जी, कि जो स्टेट हाईवे होते हैं उसकी जिम्मेदारी राज्य सरकार की होती है, और हम अभी ग्रीन हाईवे भी बना रहे, जैसे दिल्ली से कटरा जो पंजाब से जाता है, हरियाणा से जाता है, तो हम तो उसके ऊपर नई लैंड एक्वायर करके वो हाईवे बनाते ही हैं। पुराने हाईवे को भी हमने काफी सुधारा है। अब ये जो स्टेट हाईवे है, इसमें भी हमने वित्त मंत्री जी ने घोषणा की थी बजट में कि हम ये हाईवे के बारे में इसके लिए नए हाईवे ऐड करेंगे, और इसलिए गति शक्ति में इंडस्ट्रियल कॉरिडोर्स, पोर्ट कनेक्टिविटी, बाद में टूरिज्म, इन सब बातों का अध्ययन करके कुछ प्रमाण में हम ऐड भी कर रहे हैं। अभी निश्चित रूप से
All right, so ruckus being reported in Parliament. We are given to understand that the opposition has demanded the issue of Tawang and the clash that was reported between the Chinese PLA and the Indian Army be discussed in Parliament. Thereafter, the opposition has now walked out of Parliament. This is the latest that we are getting right now. We were, of course, expecting the opposition to be raising this issue in Parliament today, but we are given to understand that after ruckus, the opposition has walked out of the Lok Sabha. Let's cut across quickly to the Rajya Sabha, I think.
The today's revised list of business.
Item number 9, Sri Som Prakash.
Inspector Sir, with your kind permission, I lay on the table of this House the paper listed against my name at serial number 9 in the revised list of business for today.
Item number 10, Ma Sachiv.
Sir, I have to report that Rajya Sabha at its sitting held on the 12th December 2022 agreed without any amendment to the Energy Conservation Amendment Bill 2022 as passed by Lok Sabha. Sir, I have to report 2 messages received from Rajya Sabha regarding 1. Association of
So even as this issue, of course, has not been discussed, even as we speak in both houses of Parliament, we are given to understand that the opposition has demanded a discussion on this. Ruckus ensued in both houses of Parliament. The opposition wants to discuss the issue that took place, the contact rather that happened between the Indian Army and the Chinese PLA in Tawang. We are given to understand that there was a notice that was issued by Manish Tiwari of the Congress Party asking for a discussion in Parliament on this, also asking for more details to be made public in terms of the deployments that have been made by the Indian Army in Arunachal Pradesh. We are now learning that the opposition has walked out of both houses of Parliament. Aishwarya Kapoor, our political editor, on the phone line with us. Aishwarya, give us more details in terms of what happened in Parliament. We are told that the opposition has walked out of both houses.
Well, that's right, because at this point of time, the opposition doesn't seem to be satisfied with the statement made by the Raksha Mantri, and they want a proper discussion on both the houses. We saw the Home Minister also reacting to it, the Raksha Mantri as well, but then the opposition once again calling in for a discussion which the government does not want at this point of time. The government says that we are not denying, we are not saying a capital no to it, but let the other business continue, and we'll do it in the view of time. But the opposition very, very strongly wants, and the opposition seems to be united on this. They want a discussion now, and they are saying that the other businesses can be carried forwarded. And on this point, the government is not comfortable. The government wants that let the business, which has been approved by the Business Advisory Committee, which compromises of which has the opposition as well. Moving that agenda forward will compromise the agenda of the Parliament, and that should not happen. And that will give undue advantage to certain quarters which will not work in favor of the country. And that is something which the government wants to clarify, and said that they are not saying no to a discussion, but at a proper time, let the other businesses continue, which have already been approved by the Business Advisory Committee of the Parliament, of both the houses, and that is something which the opposition is just not agreeing. And as you just mentioned, gave that breaking news that the opposition has moved out of both the houses at this point of time because they want a discussion at this very moment.
All right, Aishwarya Kapoor, Executive Editor Politics, joining us on that. Thank you very much. So the Tawang face-off debate in Parliament taking place. The opposition has walked out of both houses of Parliament. The opposition, as Aishwarya was pointing out, wanting a debate now on this issue. However, the government is of the view that other business should be allowed to proceed in both houses of Parliament. All right, do remember that several members have raised this issue in Parliament. Congress MP Manish Tiwari, of course, has issued an adjournment notice on this. He has asked for a discussion to take place on this. on this as well. But so far, the government seems to believe that they can have a discussion on this, but other business must be allowed to be transacted in both houses of parliament, and thereafter a particular time can be given for this debate as well. But the opposition united on this one. They have now walked out of both houses of parliament, asking for the government to hold a discussion on it. Now, Republic TV, of course, has been bringing you reports from Tawang, and Kishale earlier filed this report for us.
I'm reporting from exactly the area very close to the border. Behind me, you can see the mountain ranges and a Buddhist monastery. The border where the clashes happened is right behind that area. We are very close to the location where the whole clash happened, and the Chinese army again tried and attempted to enter the line of actual control. We were speaking to the locals as well, and we were trying to understand their emotions as well. Here is with me is one of the locals. दादा थोड़ा आ जाइए. यहाँ पे बार बार चाइनीज आर्मी जो कोशिश करता है बॉर्डर से आने की, तो आप क्या कहेंगे? इंडियन आर्मी तो हमेशा भगा देता है. व्हाट विल यू से अबाउट?
डेफिनेटली एक सुनिए, ये 62 का भारत नहीं है, 22 का भारत है. ठीक है, तो इसके लिए हम लोग का इंडियन आर्मी बहुत स्ट्रांगली है ना, वो बार बार नाकाम हो जाता है ना चाइना वाला. तो अभी देखिए इंडियन आर्मी इतना स्ट्रांगली एक्शन ले रहा है, उस लोग को पूरा घायल हो गया ना. तो इंडियन आर्मी से हम लोग बहुत प्राउड है, बहुत हैप्पी है. हम लोग जो इंडिया वाली है, इंडियन आर्मी से बहुत हैप्पी है. तो इसलिए इंडियन आर्मी के एक बार सैल्यूट करता हूँ, और बार बार उन लोग का नाकाम कर देते हैं, वो हम लोग को अच्छा लगता है. सर
क्या बताऊंगा, मैंने इंडियन आर्मी के लिए हम लोग बहुत प्राउड फील है. हम लोग इंडिया में सुरक्षित हूँ इंडियन आर्मी के लिए, और चाइना तो कभी भी ऐसा उन लोग का मकसद पूरा नहीं होगा.
आई एम फीलिंग वेरी प्राउड ऑफ देम कि इंडियन आर्मी लोग ने इन्हें रुकाने के लिए कोशिश कर रहा है, और आई होप कि आगे भी ऐसे ही रुकाते रहेंगे और हमारे तवांग के लोगों को कुछ होने नहीं देंगे. मतलब हमारे कंट्री के अंदर उन लोग को, चाइनीज लोग को घुसने नहीं देंगे.
So that's where the local emotions goes. They are the local people staying very close to the border and completely supporting Indian army and their attempts, and how the Chinese army again and again attempts to enter the border but fails, and Indian army again and again pushes them back. Behind me, I will also request my video journalist to show. This is just a few kilometers away from the border. We can see the Indian flag flying high, and we feel proud standing here in Tawang, just very close to the border in Arunachal Pradesh. There has been multiple attempts from the Chinese government in order to try and come inside these areas. They have also published several maps showing how Arunachal Pradesh is a part of China, but these unholy attempts have been again and again stopped by the Indian army, by the Indian government.
Now, even as we continue to bring you reports, Mridul, in fact, has also filed this report a short while ago. It's a dispatch that he made on his way to Ladakh.
समय हमारी टीम लेह के ऊपर की तरफ जा रही है, और मैं आपको कुछ तस्वीरें सबसे पहले दिखाऊंगा, क्योंकि जैसा किसले बता रहे थे कि एलएसी पर कैसी झड़प हुई है, तो आपको याद होगा डोकलाम यहां से कुछ किलोमीटर की दूरी पर है.
हमारे को रिकवरी लेके आए, तो फिर हम रिकवरी से रिफ्यूज करके हम जहाँ पे माल खाली होना था वहाँ तक पूरा बर्फ में चला के फिर रात को हमारे को टाइम से छोड़ा. इसलिए इंडियन आर्मी को हम धन्यवाद बोलना चाहता हूँ. और दूसरा अभी ये है कि आप और आगे जाए. पूरा हिंदुस्तान को निवेदन है कि मतलब इंडियन आर्मी का सहयोग करे. ये अपने घर छोड़ के, परिवार छोड़ के, माँ बाप, बीवी, बच्चे सब छोड़ के ये इतना -40 में वो करता है. तो अभी तो हम 10 ताना भी नहीं लगाए, हम ऐसे धूप में बात कर रहे हैं. आगे तो पूरा मौसम पैक है, -40.
वो चोटी भी दिखाए जहां पर ये हमसे कह रहे हैं भाई साहब जाने की, वो चोटी है ऊंची चांगला, और उसके आगे और ज्यादा ठंड है. वहां पर भारतीय जवान तैनात रहते हैं. मैं कुछ और लोग भी हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं, उनसे बात करेंगे. सर, आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे इंडियन आर्मी के बारे में?
इंडियन आर्मी के बारे में ये बताना चाहता हूँ, पूरा बॉर्डर है चीनीज पाकिस्तान का. हाँ जी, तो उन लोग ने बिल्कुल आगे दुश्मन को आगे बढ़ाना नहीं देता, तो उन लोग तैनात रहता है. जो चीनीज वाला ऐसे हरकत करता है, 2019 से गलवान नारे में नाम मुखे बजी करके उनको भगा दिया पीछे. बहुत तगड़ा अपना इंडियन आर्मी बहुत तगड़ा है.
All right, we are going back now to the big story that we are tracking out of the national capital, where on CCTV, a 17-year-old young student has been seen being assaulted by a boy. There were two bike-borne assailants who threw acid on her, even as she was on her way at 9:30 in this morning. So pictures on your screen, we'll just get them for you, in fact, are of what happened. Now you can see these two girls waiting. They just walk into an area, they're waiting over there when someone on a bike actually throws acid on them. We are now learning.
और आंखों पे भी तो डॉक्टर ने क्या बताया कि अभी
आइस वाले आएंगे वही बताएंगे।
तो क्या किसी पे शक भी है क्या, क्योंकि जो बता रहे हैं कि दो लोगों पे बात आ रही है, तो क्या कह रहे हैं? अच्छा, अभी कुछ नहीं है।
So I think that was a relative of one of the girl who has been attacked, explaining to us that the doctors are examining her eyes. We're still trying to get more details in terms of her health condition. But what we are given to understand is that the Delhi police has also reached Safdarjung Hospital, where this girl has been taken to be treated for her injuries. Tanisha is joining me live right now. Tanisha, take us through the latest that you are getting on this. We are learning that the girl is at the Safdarjung Hospital. Give us more details in terms of her health condition.
Right, Nupur, first I would want to show you, this is that very lane where the incident took place. Remember, we were seeing in the CCTV videos where there were two bike-borne assailants, miscreants who came in the bike. They had some bottle in their hand and they threw the acid on the face of that very girl. We have this very lane where we are right now at the incident spot where the incident has taken place. The girl right now has been rushed to the nearby hospital, the Safdarjung Hospital, is what we're getting to know. At the bite that you were, the reaction that we just played before we showed you this lane was the bite of that very sister who was with the girl in the time of the incident. Remember, locals here are telling us that it was because of the sister who was with the victim who complained to the police station, who identified the two men who threw acid on the girl. One of them has been nabbed, the other one is still running free. We have right now locals here who were witness to the incident. Right now I have with me the person who showed his bravery, who helped the girl, threw water on her face soon after this incident happened, and through his quick and swift action is when the girl, the injuries and the amount of destruction of her face was reduced. सर आप बताइए शुरू से कैसे कब क्या हुआ था?
मैं सुबह लगभग 7:30 बजे की बात है। बच्चियां दोनों स्कूल जा रही थी और अज्ञात लोगों ने, दो लोगों ने एसिड फेंका उसके ऊपर, चेहरे के ऊपर, और लड़की बहुत ज़्यादा घबरा गई। बेचारी बच्ची थी, छोटी सी, एज लगभग 15-16 साल की रही होगी जी। ये कितने बजे की बात है? लगभग 7:30 बजे की सुबह की। आप यहाँ पे थे जब ये पूरा इंसिडेंट हुआ था? जी, मेरी शॉप है ये, और मैं शॉप ओपन ही करी थी उस टाइम। फिर वो बहुत ज़्यादा घबराई हुई, एकदम उस आवाज़ आ रही थी उसकी, बचाओ बचाओ, हेल्प हेल्प। फिर मैं देखा, मैं क्या हुआ, बोला किसी ने एसिड फेंक दिया मेरे ऊपर। और फिर मैंने, और दो लोग और रोड पे चल रहे थे, उन्होंने बोला भैया आप फेस को इसको पानी से धुलें। मैंने फिर पानी से डाला, उसको पानी धुला, हेल्प करी, उसकी चेहरा धुला, उसका सारा साफ करा पानी से, लेकिन बहुत ज़्यादा वो गंभीर हालत में है फिलहाल। ये पूछना बहुत सैड है, लेकिन मैं जानना चाहती हूँ, जो उसके फेस पर जब एसिड फेंका गया था, आप थे वहाँ पे, आपने वो सब देखा, क्या उसकी फेस की हालत थी जब वो सब हुआ था? हालत बहुत ज़्यादा वैसी हो गई थी अजीब, और आंखों का कलर भी चेंज हो चुका है उसकी जी। और बाकी मैं वहाँ आया नहीं है, बाकी लड़की भाग के आई थी, भाग रही थी रोड पे एकदम हेल्प के लिए उस टाइम। सुबह की बात है, कोई था नहीं रोड पे, ज़्यादा क्राउड नहीं था, और मेरी शॉप भी ओपन हुई थी, एक दो लोग और ने खोली थी। फिर मैंने सबसे पहले उसको पानी से धुलाया। सर, जहाँ तक हम जानते हैं, उसकी बहन ने जाके कंप्लेंट दर्ज कराई। उन दो बाइक में जो बैठ के आए थे, उन दोनों में से एक आदमी को उन्होंने पहचान लिया है। क्या पता चला है अभी तक, क्यों ऐसा हुआ, कौन थे वो लोग, कुछ पता चला है हमें? मैम, इसके बारे में मेरे को तो जानकारी नहीं हुई है, मेरे को कंफर्म नहीं है ना। मैं लड़कों को देखा हूँ, सीसीटीवी में फुटेज आ रही है उनकी जी, सीसीटीवी में कुछ। तो उनकी बहन और जो विक्टिम थे वो दोनों एक साथ ही थे, बट उन्होंने जो दो